Who feels sleepy in labor? That's how I love sleep. I was feeling sleepy while in labor. Somebody that is in active labor was asking for a pillow. Hi everyone, my name is Happiness and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if it's your first time of clicking on this video, thank you for clicking on this video, and I beg you, please do not forget to click on the subscribe button. Please subscribe on my channel. It's a means of supporting me and encourage me to film more video. My name is Happiness. I'm a single mom of two based in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm an administrator. I work with an ISP. So today is story time. Story time about my favorite month of the year. My favorite month of the year there are three favorite months of the year. They are September, October, and December. September is the birth month of my first child, my daughter, while October is the birth month of my second child and my birthday, while December, we all know what December is all about. It's Christmas. So today I'm going to make a story, or I want to say a story about the traumatic birth experience. It was a bitter sweet experience. I've always wanted to share that story, but I just tell one or few people. But every of our birthday, I always make a word, like I like saying the devil tried me, but God conquered this, that. I always try to just throw one or two words, but I've actually not told, apart from my close unit friend and family, even family and my siblings. So most people are not aware of this story. So since I have a platform, I decided to share the best story of my first child. It's about 7 years now. By 28th of September, it will be 7 years that I gave birth to my daughter, and I would like to share my bitter and terrific and traumatic birth story. So first of all, I had a very smooth 9 months pregnancy. Oh my God. The pregnancy was so smooth and very sweet. I never had any issue, no morning sickness, no vomiting, no rushing to the hospital, no loss of appetite, all those random pregnancies things. I never experienced it. I was very strong. I worked from the beginning of my pregnancy till the very last day of towards the last end, that's few days to my due date. I worked, I was strong, I did everything myself. I was going to my antenatal, all the things that I couldn't do when I was single, like taking my medication or going to the hospital. I was very active during my pregnancy period. So I never for one day thought that I would have any issue during delivery, because I felt like my pregnancy was so smooth and so easy. So why would I not have a very easy delivery process? The only time I had one negative report was during around 8 months of the pregnancy, when I went for a checkup and another doctor examined me and said my baby was kind of underweight. That was the only negative report I had, and he said baby was fine, but she was kind of underweight, that I need to eat more of whatever I'm eating to make her gain more weight so that she could be able to survive the outside world. And he asked me what was I doing at that time. I said nothing, apart from I was taking lifting. My mom encouraged me to take lifting, that because my tummy was very big. I'm going to insert a clip of my pregnancy, of my tummy. My tummy was very big, so everybody thought my baby was going to be very big. So my mom was like, I should start taking lifting, that was what she used to take during her own time, that it will help in reducing the baby's weight. And that was what I was taking. I think I started taking it around 7 months. So the doctor advised that I should stop it, and I was just taking plain lifting, but I do take tea with milk. I do take milk. I take everything takeable, but once a day I do take that lifting just to like should be. So I was very surprised and devastated when they told me that my baby was underweight. So the doctor advised that I should stop taking the lifting and continue whatever I was doing. So that was the only negative report I had during my pregnancy. My due date was supposed to be on the 24th of September, and prior to that we changed our location we moved to another apartment. So I was very, very stressed during that period. I don't know if that was part of what caused issue. I don't know. So I was stressed, moving apartment and all those kind of stuff. And we'll move into a new location. I think we moved into a new location on the Saturday, and my due date was supposed to be on Monday. So I started my leave. My last day was on Friday. So on that Monday, there was no sign of, no sign of labor. Prior to that, my mom had already given me an insight of what I should expect. So she said that my expectation should be menstrual cramp. I should start having a menstrual cramp, and it start increasing and increasing until to get to the level that it is so unbearable. Meanwhile, before my pregnancy and all through my life and even now, I don't know what is menstrual cramp. I hardly have menstrual cramp. Thank God. Thank God. No shade to anybody, but thank God for that kind of life. So when my mom was telling me that I should expect a severe menstrual cramp, I was kind of confused because menstrual cramp that I used to have is always mild. Very, very, even if I have menstrual cramp, it's always mild. I've never experienced that menstrual cramp that you say, oh, I'm shaky, or I'm weak, or I take medication. I've never experienced that. So when she was telling me that I should expect that kind of pain, so I was thinking that, the mild menstrual cramp I was having multiplied by 10 of what my mom would say. That shows I'm in active labor. So on that Monday, that was my due date, nothing happened. My mom had already told me that the baby might come before my due date, or on my due date, or after the due date. I shouldn't worry. As long as I'm healthy, my baby is healthy, I shouldn't worry. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, I didn't even tell my mom when was my due date. In short, nobody knew about my due date. I wasn't open about sharing information about the pregnancy. I don't know why. So I didn't tell my mom about my due date. So my mom was in her mind. She was thinking that my due date was still kind of far. She wasn't knowing that I was, we talk all the time. She knew everything. She knew we changed location. She knew everything, but she didn't know the exact due date. So on that Monday, my due date, nothing happened, and I felt like, okay, like my mom said, that it might happen after due date. So after that Monday, on Tuesday morning, I experienced that little cramp. That cramp woke me up from the bed. I've never had that kind of cramp. So it woke me up from sleep, and I decided to go to market. I felt like, okay, let me stock up the house. I bought things. So at the market, I was still experiencing that little cramp. It was just coming and going, coming and going. So I came back, I made the food. I think I came back, I slept. During my pregnancy, I slept a lot, and thank God for that. I slept a lot. I came back from market with the label. I went to bed, I slept, I woke up, and started making the food. And after making the food, I don't even know what happened. I lost appetite. I think I lost appetite because of the cramp, because the cramp kept increasing, but it was not that serious yet. I also remember that I bought pineapple on my way back from market, and I ate because they said you have to eat pineapple to hasten the labor. So that was the only thing I ate. I think I ate my breakfast, the pineapple, and I could not eat anymore. So in the evening, I think around 6 or 7, I felt like eating myself, and I went to the toilet with myself. So while cleaning up, I saw the show. So, and I remember that was what they told us at the hospital, that if you want to know that you're in labor, that you first of all start having cramp, then you have the show. So when I had the show, in my innocent mind, I felt like I was in active labor, that I should start going to the hospital. And I don't know what I was thinking at that period. Rather than to call my mom and inform my mom, this is what is happening, I kept quiet. When the devil wants to use you like this, the devil will make you stubborn. And that's what the devil tried to do that day. So I didn't even inform my mom. But anyway, the reason why I didn't inform my mom was I wanted to surprise my mom and my sisters. I wanted to surprise them. I just wanted to just put to bed, and I just called them, Mom, I've delivered, baby girl, start coming for Mobo. That was my intention. So we went to the hospital, we got to the hospital, and we met the wrongest doctor. I don't know what that doctor was thinking that day. I don't know the color of his problem, but I just know that the doctor almost killed himself, not me. So when we went in to see the doctor asked me everything. I told him when I started having the cramp and what I saw in the evening that prompted us to come to the hospital that night. So after the doctor checked me, he checked me that night, and rather than him telling me that I was not dilated yet, that I should go home, and when the cramp is very serious, then I should come to the hospital. This doctor admitted me and said that we should go up for admission. I decided to, okay, let's be on admission. And it was our first time. We were not experienced. We didn't even know what is happening. So we got upstairs, got into my room. The doctor didn't say anything. We asked him, I think I asked him because I know I'm very, very inquisitive. I always like asking things. Even during my antenatal, you check me, I always ask you. So I think I asked the doctor, and he didn't say anything. He just said that we should just go for admission, that it's labor. Fine. We got upstairs, I lied down on the bed, and that was it. As usual, I went to bed, sleeping, lounging. So we're sleeping, and around 10, I woke up and like, I don't understand. Is this how the labor is? That based on what my mom had told me and based on what they were saying in the antenatal, that the pain is so unbearable. That why is my own so sweet that I'm even sleeping? That was what I was discussing with my ex that time. Called the doctor, the doctor came more, he checked again as usual, and he said, I'm still in labor, and left. I was like, innocent me, I was like, okay, fine. So he left and I went back to bed. So around 12, the doctor came in on his own without calling him, with a nurse, and came with some medication and said he wanted to insert without even telling me what the medication is or whatever. He just said that he wanted to insert. I said, fine, who am I to argue? I just wanted to give birth to my lovely daughter. That's my own. So he inserted the medication and left, and that was it. And after he started the medication, I felt some little cramp and I went back to bed. I slept throughout that night like as if I was in my house. I went back to bed and we didn't see the doctor up until the morning. When I woke up, I was like, oh my God, why did I even accept this admission? That we're just in this hospital sleeping and I don't even know what is happening. That if I have known, I would have just go home and, stay at home and sleep comfortably at home. I was even complaining that I didn't sleep comfortably because of, how the hospital bed is. So in the morning, another set of doctor came in. This time around, I think the doctor on shift that morning came in and they were doing their ward check. And he came into my ward and he examined me, asked me some questions. I told him my experience from Tuesday morning till in the evening when I came to the hospital, what the doctor did, and that morning of Wednesday. The doctor said, okay, that he needs to check me. And lo and behold, the doctor checked me and said that the medication that the doctor inserted in me as around 12 midnight was not inserted properly. Just imagine the carelessness. Just imagine. I was so like, okay, so what's the next thing? They said that is the reason why that the labor is not fasting. That the doctor tried to induce me. Yeah, the doctor tried to induce me. Like, that was my first time to even hear the word induce. Like, okay, so what is now the issue? He said that he has to reinsert another medication because that the one that he inserted previously had worn out or something like that, that he had to put another one. So since I've already experienced labor, that it will not be advisable for me to go home, that it's risky for my baby, that he has to reinsert another medication so as to hasten the labor. I said, okay, fine. All I want is just, I want to give birth and have my baby in my hand. So the doctor reinserted another medication, and that was when I started having that cramp. But mind you, it wasn't that serious, to just building. I think this thing was happening around maybe like 10, 11 or 12 each, something like that. Another doctor came in. That doctor is popularly known as a butcher doctor in the hospital. He loves cesarean section. He loves anything operation. He loves it. So the doctor just walked into my ward, asked how I was doing. I already know who he is, and seeing him already scared me. So when he walked in, he asked how I was doing. I told him everything. He said, okay, that I should just follow him. I stood up, I followed him, we went to the scan room. He examined my tummy, examined my baby. And lo and behold, what he told me was that I should get ready for CS. I'm like, how? How am I going to get ready for CS? That's the other doctor didn't tell me anything. They said that the baby is distressed, that I have to, that if I don't do the CS right now, that something else might happen. So at that period, I became scared. So I came out, I started crying. I wasn't expecting, not that I have anything against cesarean section, but I wasn't expecting, to just go for cesarean section because I've never had any negative report. They never told me that my pelvic is small or something like that, that anything that will lead to that. And I was energetic, my blood pressure was okay, everything was fine. So I was just downcasted, I started crying. So at that stage, I had no choice than to call my mom. So when I called my mom on phone, my mom was shocked. She was like, am I, as in, how, when? And I told her that she should just forget about that. She just know that I'm at hospital and this is what this current doctor is telling me. So my mom just said I should forget about whatever the doctor is saying. The doctor just wants to take glory or something like that. She just prepared that what she wants to tell me that I should bear the pain, that I'm not yet in an active labor. That if I've told her earlier on, she wouldn't have told me to go to the hospital. That's what I had at that time. Was what I had on Tuesday was forced labor. That if I told her, she would have asked me to stay at home until when the labor progressed. That because I've been at the hospital 1 day, 2 days, that they don't have patient enough. The next thing is that they want to operate me and just to discharge me and all this kind of thing because they don't want to have issue. That she begged me that she just exercise patient and bear the pain. I said fine. While we're talking, my best friend came in. I also told her everything. My best friend was like, no, that it has not gotten to that state because my best friend had also had experience of childbirth with some of our hostel friends. So she told me that it hasn't gotten to that stage yet. That she, how was I feeling? I said I'm experiencing the cramp. So they came, they checked my vitals, everything was fine, my blood pressure was fine. So why the haste for cesarean section? I don't know for these two devilish doctors that came my way. So that was how the labor started progressing. And man, labor pain is something else. I can't describe that pain. Anytime I remember that pain, that particular first child pain, I feel all this one that they are saying that when you put to bed that the pain will wipe away. My own has not wiped away yet too. My own has not wiped away. I still remember, it's still fresh in my memory. That pain was horrible. It's the highest pain I've ever experienced in my life. I've never seen that kind of pain. I can't describe it. I've never experienced it. It was horrible. So that was how the labor pain continued to progress. They were all coming to check on me. And because I've rejected that CS, the other doctors gave up on me. They were not even coming to check up on me. They were like, okay, whatever you see, you take. I don't just know why. But anyway, thank God everything ended in praise. So the labor pain increased. I was shouting, I was crying. I was even regretting, like if I had known that this kind of pain I would experience, I would have just gone for the cesarean section rather than me going through this pain because the pain was so horrible. Somebody has not experienced menstrual cramp before, and suddenly you're experiencing menstrual cramp times 10 of it. More than 10 of it. My mom was on phone calling, telling me that I should bear it. It even got to a stage I told them that I feel like sleeping. My mom was like, who feels sleepy in labor? That's how I love sleep. I was feeling sleepy while in labor. Mom was like telling me that I should not sleep, that if I sleep that I might lose my consciousness or something like that, that I should not sleep, that I need to be active, I should be walking around, I should be exercising, that I was just lying down. There was one time she called me, she said, what was I doing? I said, I'm lying. She said, how can you be lying down? You're in labor, you're lying down. That should stand up from that bed and go and look for a step to be climbing up and down. So I came out, I tried to climb step. A nurse came and said, no, don't climb step. Go to the bed and lie down. Truly, some of the nurses were very nice on me, especially the matron. She saw me climbing the steps. She said, no, I should go and lie down. I should reserve my energy for pushing the baby. That should not waste my energy during the labor. I don't know that my mom said I should be climbing. They said I shouldn't mind my mom. That no matter what, all she wants is for me to have the energy to push the baby when it's time to push the baby. So that's how we were struggling. It was at this stage, it was nurses that were coming to check up on me. It was nurses, the doctors were not. Because I've said I don't want to see it, the doctors were no longer coming. It was just the nurses. They will come check my vital and go. And meanwhile, I could not eat. I've not had any real food from Tuesday that the labor started, when I lost my appetite. Remember that food that I made that I lost my appetite? I could not eat till that Wednesday. So because of I don't have an appetite to eat, they were giving me water and glucose to drink just to have energy. I lost appetite. I was crying because if you know me, anything pain makes me cry. I was crying like, who did I offend? Who sent me on this journey? Who sent me on this journey? I was crying, calling on my mommy. Oh, God bless my mom. My mom was on phone. Like the stress I didn't want her to go through. Now she's going through that stress and she's not even with me. She was in another part of Lagos. She was not even, because she asked me if she should come. I told her she should not worry. Later I was even regretting. I got to a time I was telling her she should start coming. She was like, it's risky at later at night. I said she should start coming, that if she doesn't come, I'm going to die. I was like, that is risky. She was not begging me that she don't worry, that first thing in the morning, 4 o'clock dot, that as soon as the cock crow, she will start coming, that she just bear, that she was not begging, that she just bear the pain. I was shouting, mommy, please come and take this pain away from me. Come and take this pain away. I need my mommy. I want my mommy. I was such a big baby. I was such a big baby. Thank God for my best friend. My best friend was there. She held my hand. At that stage, I didn't even want to have anything to do with my ex. I told him not to touch me. You shouldn't come near me. It was thank God for my best friend, because imagine if my best friend was not around and I was telling my ex not to touch me, who would have been consoling me? So my best friend also understood. So my ex was kind of feeling bad, but my best friend had to explain to him that it's not me, that it's just the pain. So he just had to stay one corner. It was just like this, looking at me. And my friend she was one that held my hand when it's time for me. You know, when the contraction is coming and you have to bear it, my friend would hold my hand. She was the one massaging my waist, held when it's time for me to hold somebody, she held me. Oh God, the wall of that hospital. Thank God I didn't pull it down. I was banging on the wall. Like seriously, I don't know where that energy came from. I was banging on the wall and I didn't have any soul. God is great, He's so faithful. I'm telling you, only God just know I don't know. Only God knows the energy He gives to women during that period. Only God knows. Because in the morning when they were telling me what I was doing, they were like, that they thought that I would bring down the wall. The way I was banging on that wall, they thought I would bring down the wall. It's banging, that was how, at the end of the day, that was how it continued until in the evening around 7, when God brought another angel in form of a doctor to me. When this doctor came into my ward, she, as usual, she checked my checked my file, asked me. She saw clearly what was happening. She didn't even have to ask me. Then she progressed to check to see how far I dilated. It was only this doctor that was able to tell me how far I'd gone. The other ones were just using me to play games. It was when she checked me and she told me that I've dilated up to 4 cm. Imagine, since morning. When she told me 4 cm, I burst into cry. I was like, so all these pains that I've been bearing, I've been experiencing, is just 4 cl? Like, then what pain am I going to experience when I progress to 10 cm? Because they've already said the higher you progress, the higher the pain. I burst crying. The doctor had to encourage me that since I've already got to this 4 cm, I just have to get the pain, and I should just look forward to having my daughter. That is my child. That is the most important thing. I said, okay. This doctor, God bless this doctor. Her name is Dr. Fumi. She has always been in my heart. Anytime I remember, anytime it's 28th of September, I always say a word of prayer to her, because she was truly an angel who came to save me and my child that period. Because if it was, I'm sure if it was another doctor, something else would have happened. And funny enough, this same doctor was the one that helped in the delivery of my second child. The same doctor. So that was how we had to, continue with the labor. Started progressing. The doctor was coming in every 1 hour. I think this doctor was coming every 1 hour to check me. She was coming to check me, and it got to a stage. She was no longer happy. And we were asking her what happened. She said that I'll dilate up, and I'll go higher and I'll come down. I'll go higher, I'll come down. Maybe I'll go like 6 cm. Then when she come back to check, I'll be on 5 cm. That's how it was just going, and it's not good for the child that I've been in labor for a long time and that she's scared. And I tell the doctor, what do I do? She said that she doesn't know that I just have to, pray and all those things. It even got to a stage, the doctor had to start praying for me. Imagine doctor, Nigerian doctor for that matter. She started praying for me. My friend was praying. God bless my friend. Oh, God bless her. She was praying, speaking in tongue. My mom, oh God bless my mom. My mom was praying when she was crying. My mom was not only praying, my mom was crying. Mom was crying, she was scared. Mom had to call all my siblings. In short, everybody was awake that night. My phone was on and off. Call was coming in and out, like, how you doing, this, that. My friend had to call her brothers. My friend brother is a priest. Had to call one of their pastor also. Everybody was praying just for the labor to progress successfully. That was what we were thinking. We were all hoping for. So that's how we continued on this labor. It was stressful, painful. I continued crying, begging God. Me that don't know how to pray. I started praying. It got to a stage I even started rubbing my tongue and saying, my doctor, please have mercy on your mom. Please have mercy on me. I was talking, I'm having those people. Like, have mercy on me. Just come out. Help me, baby. Please help me. That's what I was saying. And finally, it got to I think around 4 o'clock. The doctor finally came and checked and said I was dilated to 10 cm. Oh my God, we were so relieved. Meanwhile, all these things was happening, my water did not break, which was also surprising to the doctor. Like, despite all this stress, that she was expecting my water to have break. But anyway, she said it's good, that if the water has break, it will have caused the baby to be distressed. Called my mom, and was like, thank God that the next thing now is to go and push the baby. Meanwhile, I want to just say, anytime anybody come, any doctor that come across this video, please, first time pregnant women, please, they should always have a tour of delivery room. I've never seen the delivery room. That was my first time to see the delivery room, and so the doctor said I have to go into the delivery room, because I was thinking I would deliver in that room where I was. She said no way that I'm going to the delivery room. Lo and behold, when they opened the door of the delivery room, I saw something else and I burst into tears. I was crying, I was scared. I was like, I don't know what is going to happen. The things that I saw there were scary. The bed was so small. Meanwhile, while I was in all this pain, I was very, very active. Thank God that my sense of reasoning, my sense of activeness was there. I knew everything that was happening around me. I went to the delivery room. I didn't get into the delivery room as I'm weak, that I didn't notice what I noticed everything. That I even saw that the bed was so small. I was complaining to my friend that this bed is so small, that how can I lie down on this bed and put to bed? That's how my friend was just laughing. The doctor was laughing at that. Is it the bed that is my problem, or I want to give birth to my baby successfully? I want to carry my baby. That which one is my problem? I said, okay, I want to carry my baby. I want to carry my baby. So they said I should lie down, and I lie down on the bed. Somebody that is in active labor was asking for a pillow. I lied on the bed, was so low, my head was like this. I said no, that I need a pillow to raise my head up. The doctor said, okay, fine, get her a pillow. Anything that will make her give birth, let's do it for her. He gave me a pillow, I raised my head up. The doctor at that time, that's why I said it's good to show pregnant women, especially first time mother, all these things. That was when they started teaching me on how to properly place my leg, on how I'm going to push properly push with my tummy, and not with my, I don't know how they explain it. That was how they were teaching me while in labor was still coming and going. So I lie down on the bed. My friend, I told my friend said, my daughter said, was like, my friend would not come. I said, no, she has to come in with me. Like, it is me and I in this labor room. So the doctor told her, she should come in. My ex was with me. The doctor also checked and said, okay, that was still intense and that I've not gone back. Remember that I was doing on and off dilating, that I was still intense. They placed my leg properly and told me how to hold my leg and how to push. Now all I need is to push very well and my baby is out. I said, okay. The doctor had to now break my water. The water now pop out. I think I pulled at that period. I told them I want to push. She said, pull. And I noticed I'm really, really trying. I give it to them. I said I should pull, I should feel free, I should do whatever I want to do. I think I'm pull. And she said that because of that pull, it shows that I am fully dilated and the baby is ready to be out. So when she now said that when she tells me I should push with all my strength. So when the contraction started coming, she said I should push, and I pushed hard. Oh my God, I didn't even know that I could push that, because she was like, very good. I love that push. That was very hard. I love it. So I pushed the first one, and she said yes, that the baby is down, but I need to push again so that the baby will just come out. I said when the contraction is coming, I should let her know that she will tell me when to push. And when the contraction started coming again, she told me to push, and I pushed this time around. Oh my God, I pushed and my baby popped out. No stress, no shoulder holding, nothing. She just fly out. And that was when the game started. I pray I don't cry. My baby came out, I couldn't cry. God. She couldn't cry. The doctor forgot about me. They just forgot about me. God bless Dr. Fumi, anywhere she is, God bless her. I later went back to the hospital to appreciate her. I bought things, I insisted on my ex that we must buy things to go back to greet her, not because of she was doing her job, but because that she didn't allow the devil to prevail over me that day. She forgot about me and she took my daughter. They started doing everything doable. My daughter lost consciousness. They were doing everything. I never knew that cry. I never knew how important that baby cry is to a child. I never knew how important. I thought crying was just the sense of I'm alive, I've come to the world. I never knew that first cry is very, very important, and that first cry is going to play a major role in the life of anybody. I was doing everything doable to make my daughter to cry, but she refused to cry. They were tapping, and at that time, my friend was just shouting, "Jesus, Jesus, Jesus!" And because I was very aware of of everything happening, I was asking my friend, "What is it?" She said that the baby refused to cry. I'm like, no way, it can't be my baby that she must cry. So I was like, no, don't worry that she was in my mind. I was like, don't. I was just saying that don't worry that she would cry. I never knew how important that cry was to my baby and to everybody in the hospital. And when they called, when my mom called and they told her that I put to bed, but my baby refused to cry, my mom hung up. Unlike her, she didn't even request to speak to me. So when she hung up on the call, I was like, what is this? And immediately my ex cried out of the room, of the labor room. I was like, what is this? I had to now call my ex, come, 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 come. What is it? Where are you going to? He said, nothing, nothing. He was trying to clean. So I said, why are you crying? My friend was shouting, Jesus, 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 Jesus. I'm like, what is happening? They're like, the baby refused to cry. Like, no way, she has to cry. You can't just give up on me. She has to cry. God have mercy. And he continued massaging her, tapping her. I don't want to use the word beating, tapping her. And I just looked up. Oh, God. Meanwhile, we've been trying to like have a name for her because prior to when I was pregnant, I was arguing with my ex that it's a baby girl. I always wanted to have a baby girl. I've always wanted my first child to be a baby girl. So he already had a name for a baby boy. I already have a name for a baby girl. Although the scan has confirmed that I was having a baby girl, but he was still in hope that it was going to be a baby boy. So we're not sure about the name. So while all these things were happening, they were trying to tap her to come out. My ex has even gone out crying. He has even given up. My friend was still in the labor room. She was praying, calling everybody, calling leaders. That's they are put to bed. My baby refused to cry, and I just look up. I just can't forget that day. I just look up and I said, Chimamanda, and that's her name. I said, Chimamanda, please, you don't have to give up on me. I beg you, just come back, please. I have a lot of things that I bought for you. I have a lot of beautiful things that I bought for you. Who will use them? If not you, please just come and stay with me. I've always longed to have you. Please don't just leave me at this period. That was what I just said. I just raised my head and I just say all this thing. I said, Chimamanda, your name is Chimamanda, please just come back to me. I beg you, please just come back to me. And immediately she gave a faint cry. And my friend was just shouting, thank God, thank God. It was later on, I'm telling you, it's even this year. I think it's this year. Because I came across one YouTuber, MC Braka, when he was sharing the best story of his first child. Because it's almost the same thing. That was when I realized, like, oh my God. So this is how serious it was with my child 6 years ago. My friend was shouting, thank God, praise God. The doctor was shouting, praise God. Nurses was shouting, praise God. In my mind, I was like, oh, praise God, thank God. Her cry was so faint, but they were happy that she even cried. So she cried that immediately. I think my ex called my mom. I told my mom that baby had cried. My mom was shouting, thank God. We're all happy, thank God. They had to change her clothes, remove some. They said because maybe she took some water and the labor stress and everything. That maybe that was why she lost consciousness. We don't know what happened, but they immediately wrapped her up and the doctor said, ask for oxygen. Imagine if there was no oxygen at that hospital. Because that was what happened to MC Braka child. There was no oxygen at the hospital when the baby could not cry and needed oxygen. And that was my first time I was seeing oxygen. I've never seen oxygen in my life. I don't know how it's been done. I've never seen it on any human. The first time I'm seeing it is on my own child. Immediately they requested for oxygen. They brought the oxygen. The doctor just came and just said that there's no time for them, me bonding with the child. At that time, as I'm talking to you, I was still hanging. My leg was still hanging. And she didn't have time for me to bond with the child. That she just wanted me to kiss my baby and let them go and put her in incubator or something like that on oxygen. I'm going to see the picture. They just gave me, puts the baby, I think with my eggs. I don't know who was, stretched out the baby. I kissed her. She said I should bless her. I blessed her. And they took her off. So when they took her off, that was when they now came back to now attend to me. They attended to me. The doctor gave me a little tear during the delivery period. She gave me some injection to numb that area, stitch me up, they cleaned me up, and they took me to my own room. And when they took me to my own room, I think everything was happening around to 4, no, 5:40. That was when I gave it to my child. 5:40. They took me to my own room. And when I got to my own room, I saw my baby covered in one. I don't know if it's an incubator. I don't think it's an incubator. Because if it was an incubator, it would not be in that room. They gave us a private room. That's what I had to it was. They now had to give us a private room. They placed my baby in something and oxygen. I saw the box, this, I don't even know what they call it in hospital, if it's cylinder or something. It was just great. Thank God that there's even light. Thank God there was light. Thank God there was, one thing about this hospital, Inland Hospital, if you're in Alakbere, you're in Ketu, in short, if you're anywhere in Lagos and you Inland Hospital is accessible to you, please go to that hospital. They were coming on to, the doctor was coming in to monitor. They came, they checked this, they did this on her. She didn't respond, meaning that she was too weak. At this time, she had not even cried again. After that first cry that she had, she didn't cry again. So they left us there, they stitched me up, I stayed there, calling, everybody was calling. At that time, it has not even dawned on me what happened. It has not dawned on me how I escaped a serious temptation. It has not dawned on me yet. I've not even processed everything. I just felt like everything was just happening. They put her on oxygen. She's on oxygen. Nobody has explained to me yet. I've not even understand how God just saved me and saved my child that day. And after that, I think she stayed in the oxygen for 24 hours. And after 24 hours, she started responding to the reflex, the newborn baby reflex. When they tap a child like this, when she turns, like, it means that she's responding. When they tap her feet, she responds. And I think after 24 hours, that's when she started crying seriously. Then she was now throwing up some green things. They said that during all those times that I was in labor, she was distressed, so she swallowed some bad food and all those kind of stuff. And that was it. So that's my birth story. That's how God saved me, saved my beautiful baby. And ever since then, so they checked her weight, and truly she was underweight. She was 2.2 kg. They said because of the stress, the labor stress. And after 3 days, we stayed in hospital. So I gave birth. I went to the hospital on Tuesday and we left on a Saturday. I gave birth on Thursday. Yeah, I gave birth on Thursday. So we had the hospital Thursday, Friday, Saturday for comprehensive check. So just imagine how long. Just quick delivery. Those of you that go to the hospital to deliver and come out, you don't know what God is doing for you. We stayed for the first 24 hours, and after that, they taught me how to breastfeed. Started breastfeeding her. She was responding. She pooped, which was very important, and every other thing. On the day of discharge, the doctor was like explaining to us that there might be a little 1 or 2 delay. That we shouldn't be scared, but because of what happened during the childbirth, that it might cause 1 or 2 delay. That we shouldn't be skeptical about it. That she's healthy, that she's fine, but in case if she has 1 or 2 delay, that we shouldn't be scared of it. And again, because she was underweight, we said fine. We were discharged and we came home, and to the glory of God, everything has been smooth and sweet. Oh, my daughter is the best thing that ever happened to me. She walked at 10 months, which was the happiest day of my life. Somebody that they said that she would have delay. She started talking at 1 year. She started making, if you ask her name at 1 year, she will tell you her name is Chimamanda. She loved pronouncing that name. Even there was one time there was somebody that asked her, what is your name? She said, my name is Chimamanda. And like, you must love this your name so much that you pronounce it in full. She'll tell you her name, she'll tell you her age, everything about her, milestone. Remember the previous video that I made that she got into a new school. They were like, she's underage, that she has to repeat a class, and she did excellently well. She has been a blessing to me. I don't know what my life would have been if I didn't have a daughter. I don't know where I would have been if I didn't have a daughter. She has just been everything a mother would wish for a child. So that's my best story. That's the interesting, scary, sad, bitter, sweet best story. So I just want to use this medium to share it, and I just want to use the medium to thank God for being faithful in my life. I thank God that God gave me a healthy baby. I'm not trying to make anybody feel sad, anybody that would have gone through this experience of mine and this skill tree. I'm not trying to make you feel sad. I pray that God will strengthen you, because I watch a lot of this same experience on TikTok and I'm amazed. I'm like, oh my God, this is just an escape, and a narrow escape for me. On TikTok, you see series of videos on this first cry, a child that couldn't cry for the first time, and how careless doctors were or nurses were, and it's turned to something so bad for that child. She'll be 7 on the 28th of September, and I thank God for His faithfulness, and I pray that I'm using this medium to pray to God that anybody that is seeking for the fruit of the womb will get your own child. Your labor will be successful, delivery will be successful, the devil will not in any way interfere in affair of giving birth to your child. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know that this video is long, but I'm sorry about that, but I know you enjoyed it. Comment below if you enjoyed this my story. Comment below and wish my daughter a happy birthday. I'm going to do a birthday post for her. Hopefully I'll be celebrating her birthday all this while. I've made it a mandatory that whether I like it or not, I must celebrate her birthday. But this year I don't know, but I'm still hopeful that God will definitely do something for me to celebrate her birthday, and I'm going to do a post on her birthday celebration. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate. Please do not forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed yet. Please like this video, comment, and also share if it's possible. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I love you.